Hi guys, Sarah the Northwoods Stitcher here. I have a new angle from my craft room. I usually sit over in this area and you would look out the back window, but now I'm actually balancing my camera on the sink cabinetry here and thinking that this might be better. No bright light above us. So we'll see how it goes. I've got a pile of stuff and I'm feeling a little disorganized now that I've piled it up on the table, trying to figure out where to start with all of this. But I've got some really cool things to talk to you about today. I have been wondering what to do with some of my leftover threads that I have from various kits. Sometimes I just put them in a drawer, and those are my quick grabs if I have to sew something up like a mini pillow or attach something, or if I'm looking just for a quick green color for something. I went ahead and I purchased some peg clothespins, and I got 100 of these on Amazon. They weren't very expensive. And I organized my extra floss little packet things that I had laying around, and now I can just flip through them easily and I can see what I have, which is really great. Now this is just something I found probably at the dump house. I don't recall where it came from. It's actually an old FTD glass floral base. Nobody loved it, and I thought, well, that's a pretty cool color, and I can put it up next to my sewing chest, my DMC box of floss, and these will be fun for quick grabs. And as I use up the color, I can add another from a collection that I have, because I have lots of leftover flosses from different places that don't necessarily have a DMC code to them, you know, from a kit particularly. So that's going to be fun to have around now and be easily accessible. I was going to say something. Oh, about the dump. I went and there wasn't anybody there, and the little shop place was closed. So I didn't get to go picking this week. Not nice. So I'll try again later in the week. We'll see what happens. I did mention in a previous video that I was hunting for some placemats that I wanted to turn into project bags. And I'd gone to Goodwill and found 8 ecru colored, I don't know what the material was. It feels like it's almost like nylon or something. It's a synthetic fabric. And I found 8 of them for $2. And I did dye them. And they did not come out as dark as I would have liked them to. I used a dark forest green and got this very light green, which is pretty. And then I did a denim blue, and I got this really nice blue. But now that I've done them, my husband's like, oh, these are really nice. These will go well with our sets, our dinner sets. So now he's wondering if I should and can stitch him blueberries on the blue ones, and maybe a pine cone and a little sprig of greenery on this one, so we have new placemats. So maybe I'm going back to the drawing board. I could just stitch them and make them into project bags, but he's right. So I think I might keep these now that I've dyed them, and they came out so nice. So I have some Christmas placemats that I'll turn into project bags. Now this is a big idea for me because I'm a hand stitcher. I don't use a sewing machine. I don't know how well it's going to go trying to stitch a zipper by hand. We'll see. I got some fun mail. I ordered something on Cross Stitch Stash Unload on Facebook. Now that I have it, I have this feeling that I already have this chart. It's called Cinnamon Stick Christmas 5. I wonder if I should go through my Christmas box really quick. But isn't that cute? Timeless motifs. Check out the Crescent Moon Santa. I love that. And the Noel, and of course the Santas. I am going to have fun with that. But I kind of think this looks familiar. Maybe not. Maybe I have another cinnamon stick. This is from 1990. It is possible, because I love Santas, that I might already have it. but it's a Homespun Elegance chart, Cinnamon Stick Christmas 5. And it's got black and white charts inside, several pages to the leaflet. I love it. So this is up here now because I do have to go through my Christmas bucket and find out if this is a duplicate. If it's a duplicate, we'll do some sort of spinning wheel or something. I don't know why I'd have a duplicate. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I did some stitching. Oh, I got a freebie chart. This was sent to me to go look on Hands-On Design. If you enter your email to get registered to receive emails from Hands-On Design, you get a free chart. So Spools turned me onto this, and I got this cute little chart, and I stitched it up quick because it was just such a fun stitch to do. It doesn't come with colors, so you can make this anything you want. I think you could probably turn it into a bluebird. I immediately saw a robin with that fat little belly, and I thought this was really cute. I don't think it's more than 2 inches by 2 inches, and I picked pretty sure this is a 16 count fabric. I have it under here. Hello. It is, yeah, 16 count fabric. So it's a tiny, tiny one, but I'm gonna make that up into a pillow. I'm thinking I might make it into a long pillow, add some fabric lengthwise with some rickrack. We'll see what happens. But this was such a fun, quick little stitch. So if you go to the website, Hands-On Design, and register to receive her emails and info, you can get a free chart. There are other free charts on her site, so take a peek if you haven't already. I've been stitching on all of my whips downstairs, which I seem to have only made 3 whips, or 3 main whips that I'm doing. So I'm doing Turkey Tuesday, Wolf Wednesday, and Flea Market Friday. I want to have a Mill Hill Monday, but it's not working out so well because I keep finding all these little things to fill in my off days. So what should I show you first? I'm going to show you Thomas. Now this is by Not Forgotten Farm. And Thomas has tail feathers. I'm so excited. And feets. So I'll put up a picture to show you what the finished design will be. So this should go pretty quickly now that I have just all the landscape and border and background to do. And I got a shout out in my comments. The little keys that I have collected, I'm probably going to mount a real little key here rather than stitch the key, because I think that would be a cute idea. I have not pulled them out to see if the length and the color is going to work, but I'm pretty sure it will. So I'm excited about that. But I love those tail feather colors. So hooray, Thomas, you're coming along. Last week I told you I didn't want to talk about flea market flowers. It's because I was doing the big one. I did it. Now I feel like I can get through this faster. Let me take off my working chart. Hopefully not lose that needle minder. So this is Lori Holt's Flea Market Flowers. And I'm stitching it on 18 count white Aida with 2 threads over 1. Coming along, coming along. There are so many different colors in each little cell that I was not really happy stitching this one. Start, stop, but I got it done. So I'm pretty sure, let's see, this is Thursday when I'm filming. I'll release this video on Monday. Hopefully I can do these 2 on this Friday, but I'm not really sure what my weekend's going to turn into. So that's the goal, is to get the 2, they're small ones, and then maybe this on Monday. I don't know. I want to hurry up and finish this one because I've got something else waiting for this Q snap. I've got the Disturbed Women and the beehive thing. I've got all the fabric ready and washed and waiting. So that is the goal. All right, let me put this aside. And then, of course, the big, exciting thing, the wolves. This is the Dimensions Gold Collection, the Guardian. It should be Guardians because there's 2 wolves in the picture. Now, I finished my little corner, and I'm just so happy about it. I'm going to take off my working copy. I don't know why I didn't dress this up before I came up. It's coming. Now, there's still no back stitch in this. So when I add the back stitch, I think this is really going to be alarmingly real. And I'm really excited about that. I don't know why, but I went off on a tangent here and just like, okay, it's this color, I'll just keep going. Fine. But I have finished off this little corner here. And now I thought I would start up here and maybe work all the way across. You can actually see with the light that the fabric is folded over. So I have since ordered some longer bars for this. This is the Easy Clip System by Elbese, E-L-B-E-S-E-E. I'm getting mine from the UK because I think that's the only place I can find it. You can find a couple of them on Amazon, but it's not the size that I need. So by the time I do a couple of weeks of traveling over here and down, over down, I should be okay. It'll be here in time. But I'm really enjoying how this is coming out. And I can't thank you guys enough. Every time I do a video and you mention the wolves, it just helps motivate me to keep doing it. Because this sat in timeout for over a year. It's a lot of blending threads and just not fun. It is fun to see it come to life. And it has been helpful to take pictures of it. With the pictures, I think I can better see the progress that I'm actually making. So it is helpful. My husband's the one who suggested that I do that. And now when he sees me stitching on it, he'll say, "Did you take a picture?" Yeah, I took a picture. I did. So that can go back down. Now when I'm up here and I'm not feeling like being too productive, I have found a frame for Live Life in the Moment, the stitch that I did. I should show you that. Actually, I shouldn't. It's just a frame. When I get the mat, I will show you what it looks like because I'm going to do it up. I have gotten a big plastic bucket out of the attic that I'm filling it with frames that I have stashed in the eaves. So what I'm going to do is empty out those eaves, fill up the center of the room with all my frames, pull out my big pile of things that I've finished stitching that need to be completely finished. I need to get some things framed. If I only get 6 things framed in the next 2 months, I will be so happy. What was that? That was going to lead me to something else. Oh, so while I'm up here and I think, oh, shiny, and I get distracted, I'm either stitching the little bird, but I did finish the easel. So this was the little easel that I got, I think at Walmart. I got about 6 or 8 of these. They're really cute. And I love how Welcome Friends came out. And I was like, huh, what do I put on the back? And so far, because I'm playing around with it, I just used another scrap of paper or scrap of fabric, and I did a little pineapple. So I thought this would be something that I'll put up in my guest bedroom because I just think it's really cute. And it's versatile. What I'd like to do, particularly since this little guy would fit, I could do a fall design on one, spring design on the other, or winter, spring, spring, summer. I don't know. It might be a seasonal thing for some other easel board ideas, but it was quick, it was fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. So I will do some more. I also finished some more of the diamond dot ornaments that I got from a friend. Judy sent me a whole bunch of Halloween style. I think these are really cute. So I put on the diamond dots, I put on the sealer. I'm not going to do anything on the back except for, it's just a hard plastic. I could finish it off with maybe a felt or something, but that's fine. Nobody's going to see the back on the tree. So I just put my initials and the date that I did them. I've got a little Halloween lollipop, a little owl. I don't know what he's holding. It's a purple something. And then some very fancy Halloween leggings. So I've got a few more of the Halloweens to do. I think there's some spiders and some other ornaments to do. And I'll be glad to have these for a tree. I think I confessed to you guys that I have 2 Halloween trees. I forgot I had 2. I wouldn't mind having a 3rd, but I've got a 5-foot, I've got a 3-foot. They're both black, but I wouldn't mind having an orange one. We'll see. It could happen. I also was up here looking for a chart that I lost. Last time I went to Crafty Grimalkin, I saw a chart there that I had at home. I grabbed it and I was like, oh, I need specialty floss for that. So I grabbed the specialty flosses, came home, left the chart there because I have it. Had all these beautiful, beautiful threads. Couldn't find the chart. What else is new? I found it. So this is the Blue Flower Strawberry Bird. Those are Cedar Wax Wings. I can't wait to do this one. So this might be another thing that I have to kit up sooner rather than later. It had called for 3 specialty flosses and the rest were DMC. There are a lot of colors in here. There's 12 DMC and 3 specialties. I went ahead and got the specialty threads because it was primarily the greens and the reds, and I wanted the variegation in those. I think those would be striking. Now, a cedar waxwing, they don't really have any variegation. They're so brightly colored that they almost look like a cartoon. So I think this will be fine. And maybe this is what I think it is. Maybe it's not what the artist meant it to be, but it definitely looks like Cedar Wax Wings to me. I'm excited about it. I have my working copy ready to go. I have my flosses ready to go. But since I have 2 downstairs that are waiting in the wings, I think this one's just gonna have to sit by the wayside for now. Oh well. Oh, and I have a little list. Oh, the Lightboard. Last video, I was talking about stitching on black and how it's bothersome sometimes. It's really helpful to put a white sheet or something white on your lap when you're stitching on black Aida or black fabric of sorts. But you can also get a Lightboard. So if you go to Amazon and you look up Lightboard for tracing, they're $15. They're not expensive at all. Now this one is the one that I think I got for 12 or 15. It is something you have to plug in to use. You can't charge it and use it. You can buy those, but you'll spend more money. I think the ones that you can charge up and then walk around with are $48. I happen to have a USB port nearby my stitch chair, so this is fine. I think it comes with, I think this is like a 6, it looks like a 6-foot USB cord. So I just plug it in the side, and then it has quite a brightness to it. There we go. On, off. And it's just perfect because you can stitch with it on your lap, and it has either just the white background or the light feature if you need it. And for $15, it was worth it to me to have it. Plus, I don't know why it's got, oh, because it's for tracing. It's got a nice little ruler on the side. I don't need it. It's happy. It's not going to fall. So I did the placemats, and I talked about that. Oh, I wanted to do a shout out. Somebody mentioned me in one of their floss tubes, and it's really cool because I watch them. So I wanted to do a shout out to both Kayla and Lauren, and their floss tube is called Stitchin' with My Litly, and I think they're from the UK, but I love watching them. It's a mother and daughter team. They stitch voraciously, and they just have project after project that are fun to look at. And it's a variety of stuff. So I've watched them numerous times, and then I found out that they did a shout out to me on episode, I think it was 21. So I wanted to do a shout out to them. Thank you so much. It was really kind of cool. It's like, oh, they watch me. It was nice. I've been watching some floss tubes. I haven't been watching a lot. I've just been busy lately. And the dog's doing fine. She's not sick anymore. She's not, well, she's still taking medication, but she's not as dramatic anymore. Oh, and I also wanted to show, do you remember I showed you the chart that I wanted to do? I think it was last, oh, please tell me it's in here. It was last, it's not. Where is it? Oh, it's in this pile. I think it was last episode I showed you. Moose Be Love. Moose Be Love. Yeah, here it is. So this is a design by Lisa. Excuse me for taking this. Ah, don't have to make too much noise. So this is Moose Be Love. I'm getting close here. And Michelle left me a comment and a photo. So I'm going to show her stitch here. And she did it without a border, like I had mentioned that I think I'm going to do that too. So I still want to do a floss toss with this, especially after seeing her stitch. I really have to do this. It's really cute. I might change up a few colors depending on the fabric I choose. I don't know what I'm going to do it on yet, but it's got a moon in it, and this picture doesn't really do it justice. You see the moon? So I have to make that pop. It's really cute. I don't think it's going to be challenging or take too long to do. But thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing that and taking the time to send me the picture, because it really helped me get my head around, yes, I will do it without a border. That's one of the reasons why I don't rush to pre-order stuff from the Nashville market. I like to see, I can wait months and months and months. I like to see what everybody's stitching. When they get their patterns in and they start stitching, maybe they change up the colors, they change up the fabric. The influx of ideas and styles of stitching, I thrive off of that. So I really want to see what happens rather than end up with a pile of stuff that I may or may not really be attracted to. So I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what everybody else does. And I will eventually get to my 2 LNSs up here, which are quite a drive. One's an hour, one's 2 hours. But I'll go and I'll touch the charts, and I'll have been seeing what people are stitching. And I think I'll get a better sense of what I actually need to have in my stash, or want to have in my stash, because I have so many to stitch. So that'll happen. Oh, and this week, I think is probably the end of the season. I don't know about you, but I'm really into spaghetti squash lately. For whatever reason, I found the perfect recipe I felt I had to share with you. So spaghetti squash, if you're not familiar with it, is a completely oblong looking yellow squash. And if you shop around, you can find it for less than $1.99 a pound because they get pretty big. When I cook it up, I don't do anything fancy. I use a Le Creuset roaster. Cut the thing in half, which is quite a struggle, and I do this without harm to myself, which is really amazing. I really wish I had like a bandsaw to cut it on. Scoop out the inside, and then I just kind of paste it with what I want. So it's probably a light olive oil, some salt and pepper. I actually have a maple pepper that's made up here in Maine from, I think it's just called Maple Pepper Company. So I put that on. Maple syrup from our local sugar shack, which is just up the road. I live in an awesome area. There's a baker this way. There's a sugar shack that way. And I think they're each like less than 6 minutes from the house. Which is good, not good. It's a lot of sugar to have accessible. So after I put what I want on it, and it's not too much, it's just lightly maple pepper, trying to think, the olive oil, and the maple syrup, which is quite a bit actually. You flip them over and you just bake the thing. I think it's in a 400-degree oven. Might have to look that up. Look up butter squash recipe. 400-degree oven for like 35-40 minutes. Let the thing cool because it's so hot it hurts. Flip it over, scoop it out, and it comes out like spaghetti. It's bizarre. I use a grapefruit spoon or a fork just to pull it off the husk. Then all I do is put grated Parmesan, because I hand grate my own Parmesan, and walnuts, and I'm just in heaven. There's my recipe. But I tell you, one honkin' spaghetti squash lasts me 2 days because I eat like big bowls of it. I just love this stuff. And it turns out, I looked it up because I'm like, why am I craving this? I think it's just the Parmesan and the walnuts in it. But it is, I didn't write it down. It's really rich in potassium and some other really weird B6. I think it's a B6 vitamin. So there must be all these little trace vitamins that I'm craving, which means I probably need to take my multivitamins, but I'm bad at taking pills. So have fun until they're not available anymore. I think we're leaving the season for it. That's too bad. Oh, and I should make another confession. My husband was daring me to do this. I don't think I will. Depends on what you guys want to, if you guys want to hear it. My sister's a great enabler. She has sent me something that she had to put a little note on it. Read the back or bottom of the packaging and you'll understand why I had to get these, she said. She sent me these really cool chalk markers. And it says they're good. It says ideal for chalk, dry erase, glass, and more. So I thought, well, those are cool. I like markers. But then I read the back, and then I understood why she sent them to me. Lodi-dodi, it says on the back. We like to party. And it just turns out that I am known for singing the entire Slick Rick La-Di-Da-Di. So if you want to hear a rap song, maybe I'll do it if I get enough comments. I think it's about 4 minutes long, but I do know it front to back and back to front. So yeah, I have a rap song in my head, ingrained in my head. I'm probably the only 50-something-year-old woman that knows it by heart. But I got quite a kick when I read the back and I started singing it. And every time I sing it, I'd have to do the whole thing for my husband and he laughs. So these might be fun. It says glass. So chalk markers on glass? I'm there. I don't know. It almost looks like a paint pen. It sounds like a paint pen. I don't have too much hope for these because it says made in China. Most of the inks that I like are Japanese. I don't know why, I just have a lot of success with them. Ah, looks like a paint pen. So you have to depress. Yeah. So I think I will keep these downstairs because the temperature here, that's my little heat pump, if you guys are wondering. It's air conditioning, heat, fan, dehumidifier, anything I want it to be at a touch of a button. But I don't always have it on. So I think I'll keep these downstairs so they don't get some funky temperature variations. And I'll play with them on something I bring home from maybe the dump house and try to do some drawing on them. Flip the tip to change writing style. So apparently I'm supposed to pull the tip out. Ah, that's going to be messy. First time use, hold marker tip up vertically and press tip slightly to release pressure. Okay. Something else to play with. I have not started my Christmas cards. Remember the little things that I cut out or stitched up? I still have my little pile here. And I do promise that I will get to those at some point. But I might be making a trip here in the next week, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that. We shall see. Oh, the little pineapple that I showed you on the easel came from the Cricket collection. And that was, I think, 1980. 84. 1984. And there's some timeless designs on this. So there's a little Noel and a Merry Christmas that I think I'm hot after doing. I think there'll be cute little pillows for my, either my dough bowl or a tier stand. So that's in that pile. All right, let me grab my Christmas pile and see if I've got the cinnamon stick. Well, this is weird. It's not a duplicate. I have Crescent Santa, and they actually refer to this Crescent Santa as Celestial Santa. And it is different. It's hard to tell from this tiny picture here. But this guy has more detail. It's a different direction too. This guy has more detail on his beard. And this guy is a perforated paper. I have to do that one too. So they're both homespun elegance charts. This one's a 92 and this one's a 90. That cinnamon stick though, I have other binders with Christmas in them. I just went through my bucket really quick. I will go through the bucket at some point, but what I really need to do with you guys is go through my kits, because I have a bucket of kits, and I know that I need to revisit it over and over again to see, am I still going to stitch these, or have I lost interest in some of them because they're all very complicated. I don't think any of them will be quick kits to do. So that's a possibility. But these really, I love these. Absolutely love these. And I'm so Santa crazy that I also found as I was doing some cleaning to get ready for this whole framing project that I've got going on, I found another project. So this has been sitting around in I guess you would call it a container project. It's got a handle on it. I've got 2 different projects in this thing. I meant to bring it downstairs and stitch on them, and I haven't. So in this issue, it's a magazine design. This is from Better Homes and Garden, Cross Stitch Christmas from 1999. I attached these little buttons to the front. These didn't come with but that's what the cover looks like. So this is 1999 Better Homes and Gardens. And I have folded down, do I have the color photo? Yes. I have these folded down. So they're ornaments done on perforated paper. Now those buttons, of course you can't get them now. How many years later is it? So I'm substituting the buttons that I found, which are a bit cartoony. Can you see them? But they're cute. So I think I will do Santa Claus. I think I'll do one of each and see which one I like, because these are done on perforated paper with beads. I think that's really cute. And I've got the beads, I've got the paper, now I've got the buttons. So these would be fun to decorate tops of presents with next year, and just do a felt backing for them. I think they're really cute. I had some other things felt. I even had some scrap perforated paper in here ready to go. And I made a little note to myself that I ordered the buttons, and I taped the buttons to the front of the magazine when they came. I'm so proud of myself. That never happens. And in here there were some other perforated paper designs. That doesn't have a design on it. So here's some more perforated paper ornaments that they did. Now these are done with layered paper. So you stitch piece, I guess you see on, piece on earth, and then you mount the stitched dove to the top. Here you do the bell, then you mount the stitched bow. So these look like fun. I might try those. This is supposed to be a holly leaf. I might change this up with some green perforated paper and maybe some darker green stitching on it, so it looks like holly leaves. And then you mount the Noel to the front. I think that's neat. And that star is just 2 stars layered. So that'll be fun. And there is a, what do you call it? It's like a foam sticky tape that you can get just a little oomph to it. And I would use that and then probably tack it down some other way too with a piece of thread to mount them with some dimension. So that's an idea. Something else to do. This is why I don't have Mill Hill Mondays yet. I keep finding these things. And I don't remember what's in the bottom half of this. Let me show you. Here I am talking to behind me. I don't know what's in the bottom half of this project bucket, so let me pull it out front. Oi! So I should put all this together. And since I don't have the coffee table, it can live in the laundry room. I even have the beads in here ready to go. So what's in the bottom? Bottom half, the tiny little easel stands. I've got perforated plastic. So I was going to do I wish I knew where this was. This is the working copy. So I don't know who did this. It is a folk art cross-stitch calendar. And they're these tiny little cross stitches for every month of the year. Hopefully one of you knows what I'm talking about. So I have all my working copies in here. I'm thinking this calendar was probably left at work. I don't know. But I can't show you it because it's all, I can show you that little guy. So that would be January. And it's a tiny little stitch. So the goal was to do all 12 and to just change them out monthly. Why haven't I done that? It's coming downstairs. And it will not interfere with the wolves. Hopefully. We'll see. All right, that's about all I've got today. So until next time, happy crafting, happy stitching, and be safe.